Probably should have wore pants. I'm wearing shorts. Don't get it twisted. All right, Toothers, it's been, watch a few people try to talk about what happened last night, try to put some kind of spin on it, some kind of positive spin on it, some kind of, you get to live another day, we get to fight another day. We've been here before, that kind of bullshit. Frankly, Trump is not a politician. He never has been. So all this talk, treating it like it's just another election is wildly nonsensical, especially from the same people who would also remind us of his fascist talking points, his passion for Hitlerian ideologies, and his leadership, his love of dictators and the way that they control their people and their media. He's a mob boss who can be complimented into doing what you want him to. We lost. Democracy lost. Through the democratic process, lost. There's a meme going around, a quote attributed to George Lucas. I have not verified if it's true, but essentially it's, dictators don't take over. They're selected, chosen. Right? People vote for them. People chose Caesar. People chose Hitler. There's another, Napoleon, right? You pick people that you think have your best intention at heart. And in those earlier circumstances, those earlier, name drops, you didn't know. You didn't have an idea, a concept of what was going to happen. But we've known for a while. We've been told for a while. And still, for the first time, he won the popular vote by several million people. I was talking to friends earlier, and a question came up about, amount of people that voted in 2016 and 2020, and the numbers seem off. Like, where were the Democrats this time around? And I said it was Jill Stein. I don't think that's necessarily the only situation. I heard something about vote swap. I don't know. I don't. I'm not in it enough to be able to comment, deliberately on what the hell. But hearing people on the radio, there were people that were like, well, they voted for Jill Stein, or they didn't vote for anybody, or whatever. And the sticky points are largely, she'll be another Biden. Okay, yeah, I understand that, but she'll be a fucking fascist, try and take over everything. Liz Cheney, who is an unusual person to partner with. Like, I get it. She's a Republican who spoke out against Trump, but she's not exactly a Democrat light or anything. So, using her as a see, look what we got, as a trophy Republican is a weird choice. Hell, even it's her dad, right? Even Dick Cheney, the devil himself. My generation's Henry Kissinger, right? The dude's a war criminal as far as I'm concerned. He was like, Trump is too much. Like, this is the wrong direction. This is the wrong way to go. Okay. I know I'm largely preaching to the choir, as it were, with the handful of you that might be listening to me. We're all just having an echo chamber of anger and angst and disappointment and frustration and fear and just bewilderment. It's just, ugh. It's just a mess. I did not shave that part very well either. It's obnoxious. Should have been a razor with me in the car to shave, not to do anything. Not while I'm driving. That would be dangerous. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, democracy. So, it's been a nice run, but apparently we're electing to do away with that. And what's really compelling to me about all of this, I guess there's more than this, but it's this constant nagging at the base of my brain as to how people didn't just listen to his words, or for those people to, when he says something you don't like, hey, you know what? It's just how he talks. Like, yeah, he's rude. It's fine, right? It's all hyperbolic. Okay. And then the things you do like, which could also be hyperbolic. Oh no, that's definitely what I want too. There's no consistency to it. I had someone else who was confused as to why people who call themselves Christians would vote for serial adulterer, multiple divorces, rapist. He's legally a rapist. Um, he has admitted to walking in on teenage girls, not like 18, but like Miss Teen USA, 16-year-old girls, walking into their dressing rooms while they were naked because he owns Miss Teen USA or whatever the hell it was, and got to walk around and investigate. Nothing about the man should have appealed to anybody with a moral compass. Nothing. But, people didn't care. He was different. He was an outsider. He was one of us. He's never one of you. He's never going to be one of you. That's exactly his point. People didn't care. Um, and I already talked about Hinchcliffe, and there was a huge ordeal, and people were expecting a lot from the Latino communities and Puerto Ricans especially, but they voted in pretty big numbers for him, bigger than I think they have before, if I understand correctly, if I remember what I was hearing last night and today about it correctly, which is just insane to me, because he's talked a lot about deportations and says horrible things about immigration in general, legal or illegal. Doesn't seem to matter to him. If you're not from here, you don't matter. They didn't care. They didn't care. Now, of course, there are people on the left trying to take stock of, well, how could we have gotten the message out differently? Like, what did we do wrong? What can we do better next time? I'm not convinced there's going to be a next time, right? This motherfucker tried to overturn the election that he lost already. Said he should have stayed in office, worships autocrats, Hitler speeches on his bedstand. The guy's a fascist, full on. Well, I'm sorry, he's a mob boss with fascist aspirations, but those are going to be idealized come January. He's already told us, he's already made allusions to things. They don't care. They don't care because they think he's on their side. Women are already dying from the killing of Roe v. Wade. Dying because they can't get the help that they need. They don't want to make America great. They want to make it white, Christian, nationalist. That's what they want. They want white men in charge. They want wives to be subservient. They want children to be little clones and to do what they're told. They don't want freedom. They don't want religious freedom. They don't want freedom of speech. I don't know if he's going to be able to, revoke CBS's license for a 60 Minutes episode he didn't like. I don't know. I don't know if those things are technically possible, but he's going to try. He's already said he's going to try. One of the things that columnists said that I liked is that on day one, he's going to go in with a hit list. He's going to have a list of his enemies. Doesn't care about running the country. Doesn't care about what needs to happen. Like other people pretend to do that. Vaccine denier. HIV doesn't cause AIDS. Dipshit Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I think the F stands for fucktard, right? It's probably Fitzgerald, but I think fucktard sounds better. Seems more realistic. Didn't you try to chainsaw a dead whale's head off? He's terminally weird. A lot of people are suggesting to have hope. Let's go around, and I don't have it. I'm kind of resigned to that fact, and I don't really know what to do or say or what's going to come next. I'm still going to do my reading on white Christian nationalism, so I'm better prepared for the things that I'll be seeing in the news coming up. I guess I got to read up on fascism in more depth as well. But I'm a white guy who knows more in the Bible than the future president, so I'll probably. I won't be fine, right? With talking of tariffs and sales taxes and income tax moving around and ways to make the rich richer and the rest of us more broke, more destitute, fewer protections for health and for environment. I don't just mean, global climate change. I don't just mean humans fucking up the environment. I mean, our water supplies not being taken care of, our air quality not being looked after. Right? They've talked about killing the EPA. Cancer rates are going to go up. asthma, birth defects. You know, we've seen these things in other parts of the world. It's going to come here. It's going to come here. We're not going to be. Uh, we're not going to be what we were. We're not going to be the lie they keep telling us that they want to take us to. We're going to be worse. We're going to be fundamentally worse. Shit, I had another point. I wanted to make two, but it's starting to get cloudy out, right? Which is kind of how I feel internally inside. You know, just it's a dark day. Oh, I remember when he got voted in the first time. There was someone I know through a couple other people. It wasn't like a first in my circle. She was losing her mind about Trump, and I tried to ask like what was going, like where this was all coming from, and why she was so emotional. And this wasn't because she's a woman thing. I mean, she was just freaking out, and she was really worried. She was really terrified and angry and let down, and all the things that I'm feeling. That's what she was back in 2016. And a lot of people were telling her just to calm down, and I was trying to ask her, like, calmly, like, what, like, can you tell me? And she was already in it. So all I got was that and she told it to, all the guys really, but I'm not going to I'm not going to let anybody, or I'm not going to let you guys mansplain to me how I should be feeling. And told us off, and I was like, well, you can go fuck yourself, because clearly you're out of control, and you won't even try to articulate what the issue is. So, and it wasn't a huge loss. I mean, we weren't close or anything. Like I said, I knew her through people, so it wasn't a big deal. But there have been times lately where I'm like, I feel like I owe her an apology, even for trying to just ask her what she's talking about, like what she's upset about. Like, oh, it's obvious. This guy's bad for everybody. Doesn't have a worthy bone in his body for much of anything. And then to watch people at the rallies, and to watch him obviously lie about the numbers at the rallies, and just the lies. However, I mean, he's tens of thousands of lies during his first tenure. I mean, the man, I'm barely convinced his name is Donald J. Trump, just given the amount of times he opens his mouth and says nothing of viable substance. He's going to be the guy in charge. He's going to enrich himself more and golf more and let other people run this country into the ground. He doesn't care. It's a lot of people not caring, and I don't know what to do about it. There's really not much to do about it, I suppose, right? Unless he was right, unless the thing is rigged the whole time, and he really is. It really was a rigged election, and they did find a way to cheat the system and get him all his votes. Maybe we should contest the election and not bring any evidence for several years. It won't matter anyway. The Supreme Court's on his side. It's out of that, so he'll see no consequences for any of his actions ever. Right? All this talk about entitlement, he's the ultimate example of what it means to be a liar and a cheat, and to get everything you don't deserve. It's hard to know if I should even bother doing this anymore, trying to bring any facts or truth or any information to people, since clearly it doesn't matter. Nobody cares, right? Nobody cares what's real. They only care what they want to believe. I feel like we're legitimately doomed in a way that we aren't normally. I don't believe I'm being dramatic, given the amount of horror tied to this man, in a way that differs from other politicians. It's not, like, he's not a politician, but I wish I had some hope to give, but I don't have any. Yeah, jump in front of me, jackass. I don't have any right now, and I don't know if that's going to change. My left shoulder is killing me, and it's starting to hurt my left arm, so it's hard to move it around. It's getting worse. I ended up seeing the person I was supposed to see yet. Supposed to see him in a couple of weeks, so that should suck. Waiting for that time period. Just a lot of things not going the way that I'd like them to for almost anybody, really. But here we are. So yeah, I'll keep doing my reading on what has been elected. So I'll probably start talking meaner till they come and arrest me or whatever. This is not the same as conspiracy theory fears of, oh, they're going to come and arrest us for speaking out. Trump, I believe 100% is going to do that. Is going to make that shit happen. Think about late night talk show hosts who've been railing against him for years. What's he going to do? What's he going to try to do? He's going to have the DOJ cook up, and the DOJ is not connected to the presidency, but he's still going to weaponize it. He's already talked about it. It wasn't weaponized against him. He just commits a lot of fucking crime. He'll find something, make up something. It'll be a problem. Anyway, I don't know. I can't think of anything else to even say right now. So, come on. Hug your loved ones. If you've got people in marginalized groups, LGBTQ, black people, immigrants, women, if you voted for Trump, fucking apologize. And if you didn't, apologize anyway. Sorry, this is the world that we're in now. Thought we had grown beyond this as a people. We grew beyond these ideas, having seen them fail time and time again and seen what terror and horror they bring. But I guess not. All right.